knowledge of the system. The Chairman Association of Local Government of Nigeria, Algan Austin Olorun Togbe, appreciated the government of the state for the training and will go a long way in solving the problem of the roles of separation of power among the chairmen and their councillors. The former national president of NULGE, DG Akinwale, beg your pardon, in a speech said training and retraining of the political leaders and local government staff at all times is very important to make governance effective. You're still on to Galaxy Television News. It's now time for us to link up with our international desk. For more, stay with us, please.
Welcome to our international news. Female players from Afghanistan's junior national football team have crossed the border into Pakistan. The girls had spent the past month in hiding amid fears of a crackdown on women's rights by the Taliban. 32 players and their officials said the group, totaling 115 people, will travel from Peshawar to the eastern city of Lahore, where they will be housed by the Pakistani Football Federation's headquarters. According to information, the players had written to the Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan to ask for permission to urgently enter the country. The letter claimed that the girls were at risk of grave threat from the Taliban. After the fall of Kabul, players were warned by the national team's former captain. Quote, "It is the media era and there will be photos and videos and then people watch it. Islam and the Islamic Emirates do not allow women to play cricket or play the kind of sport where they get exposed. Women were barred from participating in sports during the Taliban's last spell in power from 1996 to 2001. Their departure is part of a wider exodus of Afghan sport and cultural stars amid fears of a crackdown on women's rights following the takeover of the country by the Taliban last month by Tiananmen Square massacre. They were among 12 people on the accused of working as a foreign agent, which they deny. The legislation criminalizes secession, subversion, terrorist, and collusion with foreign forces. Critics say it is aimed at crushing dissent, but China says it is meant to maintain stability. Reacting to the sentencing, Amnesty International's Asia-Pacific Director Yamini Mishra said this was another outrageous attack on the right to freedom of expression, association, and peaceful assembly. Still on our international news, a court in Mexico has sentenced the former leader of one from the men of Emirati officials. Earlier this year, the UAE was accused of using malware from the Israeli company NCL Group to spy on journalists, dissidents, and rival government. The U.S. Justice Department said the former intelligence officers, U.S. citizens Mark Bayer, initially worked for a U.S. company that provided cyber services to the UAE government agency in compliance with the International Traffic in Arms Regulations (ITAR). The regulations require companies to obtain pre-approval from the U.S. government prior to releasing information regarding a hacking operation and to agree not to target U.S. citizens and permanent residents or U.S. entities. In 2016, the three men joined the UAE-based company as senior managers and began carrying out hacking operations for the benefit of the UAE government without obtaining the required licenses from the U.S., according to the Justice Department. And that's our international news.
You're still watching the news on Galaxy Television. Now let's do some entertainment news.